Hello everybody, it's me, GhostCritic, and welcome to 2017. Notice how I didn't say Happy New Year, because we said that last year and, well, that was a mess, 2016, wasn't it? I'm hoping 2017 will be a lot better, but I'm not holding out much hope. But here we are, brand new year, first week of comics, and of course, because it was a bank holiday here in the UK, we had to wait an extra day for our comics, which I finally managed to pick up. It was a very, very short week for me, but I could not leave the comic book shop with just 3 comics. So of course I had a little scrounge around to see what was about, and I've got a few back issues which I'll may or may not show you at the end of this video. It's nothing too exciting, but you know, someone might find it interesting. What is going on? I had my Boxing Up 2016 video, which was like over an hour long. It seems to get longer with every year that goes by, probably because I buy more and more comic books, and it kind of goes back to, you know, what I was saying about 2016 and now 2017. I've really kind of got to look at what I'm picking up now, and it's going to be tough because I mean, for me, my whole pull list is probably as large as 1 week of Travis. What Travis gets in a week, I probably get in a month. But I still think I'm getting too many, and I would like to focus more on the back issues, stuff that I'm missing, get some, you know, some good old stuff that I'm missing, or just pick up stuff from years gone by that I didn't bother with, and read that. I've been reading a lot of old trades at the moment. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll see I kind of changed up my bedside reading matter, and I put a picture of all the books that I'm currently reading, and it's stuff like Neil Gaiman's The Book of Magic, it's Alan Moore's Saga of the Swamp Thing, because of Dr. Monkeybot, Adam, when he was showing off all those Nightfall comics of Batman, it just made me want to read that again, because that is one of my favourite Batman stories of all time. So I'm reading the first volume of that again. But yes, there's something about the new stuff at the moment that, apart from obviously a lot of the Image stuff, that just isn't really hitting home for me anymore. And it might be that in a few weeks, maybe a couple of months, I'll be starting kind of dropping a few of my titles, which kind of leads me to what is going on my channel these days, because I did, the first tweet I think I put up in 2017 over on Twitter was along the lines of, has anyone got a manual for 2017, because I don't know what I'm doing anymore. And while there was a kind of jokey tone to that tweet, there was an element of truth to it, not just in life in general, but certainly here on YouTube and within the comic book community. Because, I don't know, I tried some new things at the end of last year and kind of got middling results from it. It's not that I didn't enjoy doing them, but I don't know if there's enough people wanting to see those again. And it just kind of leaves me at a point where, well, what am I going to do here? Because, you know, I think about this quite a lot, probably more than I should do. And, you know, I don't have that huge encyclopedic knowledge just off the top of my head like so many of my favourite YouTubers have, and you know who these are. I'm not going to mention any names, but I don't have that. I don't have, you know, years of stories of how comic books have affected me in the past and stories to tell. I don't like being particularly controversial on my channel. I'm here because I love what I read, and I just want to share that and hopefully, you know, point people in the direction of really great books that I like, and hopefully they will enjoy too. You know, I like to keep the channel kind of upbeat and positive, and that's not to say the people that do those kind of controversial type of videos aren't, you know, they're not being negative in any way, they're putting their point away. And I understand being on YouTube, regardless of whether you're in the comic book community or not, you can have any kind of channel. Controversy gets views, it gets people to sub to your channel. People like to see, you know, heated debate, and just really not into that kind of video, so it's very rare that you would see it, which leads me to the point, what am I going to do here? Wednesdays has always been New Comic Book Day, and I can't imagine myself ever not doing that, because I like to share with all of you what I'm picking up from week to week, and I like to watch what you lot pick up from week to week. Now, I've been doing comic book reviews on a monthly basis. I used to do it weekly, and I'm thinking maybe to go back to that, doing it weekly, especially towards the last few months of 2016. It was tough to do that end of month video, because I was struggling to find, you know, 5 of my favourite comic books of the month. And maybe that's just because, you know, it was the end of the year and things were kind of trailing off. Everyone had brought out all the good stuff already. And so, I don't know, just talking about comics maybe review-wise on a weekly basis, and I'll just talk about everything that I get, is a better way to go. I used to do them on a Friday, but that was obviously very difficult, so I was rushing reading them. One of the things that I did find with doing the monthly review shows was I was actually, it sounds a bit weird to say, but I was enjoying my comics more than I did when I was kind of rushing through them so I could make the comic book review video for the Friday. So if I do go down that kind of lane of weeklies, it'll probably be the Sunday that I would post those videos up, to give me time just to reflect and enjoy what I'm picking up, rather than kind of speed reading them to get the video out. And that kind of leaves me with, what else can I do? Because I love making YouTube videos. I've been doing this for, you know, 6 years. It's coming up to 7 now. And there's a part of me that's like, I don't want to stop doing them. I want to have that presence within the comic book community where I have videos where I can talk about stuff, but I just want to do something new, something different. And in a way, I guess I'm asking you lot out there to help me out here. Give me some inspiration, give me some ideas of what you actually want to see, because I'm kind of drawing a blank. I know one thought that was going through my head was that, you know, I haven't done a Q&A video in years, literally years. And that was an idea. Now, I'm not saying to do this straight away, but at some point I may do like a Q&A video. And if there are kind of questions that are, I don't want to say worthy of, but need a bit more time to talk about or answer, I might do kind of like special kind of feature videos answering people's questions, because I do, you know, from time to time people do ask me questions in the comment section, and I kind of briefly give an answer to whatever they're asking, and I just kind of feel like I'm not, it's kind of cheating them in a way, that I'd probably answer the question a bit better if it was kind of face to face, so to speak, rather than just kind of words tapping away. So if there's any kind of videos you'd like to see me do, I'm not a great fan of, you know, what's your top 10, what's your top 5, such and such and such and such. But if you've got some interesting questions, or you want some, you know, advice or help with your comic book collecting or buying, if you're just new to the hobby, then, you know, throw me a line in the comment section, and I'll see what I can do. I always want to try new stuff. Now, I kind of rambled on for about 10 minutes there. I hope I've not lost you yet, because I've not even shown you any new comics yet, let alone the back issues. But before I do that, one more thing is new subscribers. I haven't done this for 2 weeks, but I got 4 new subscribers over the Christmas and New Year period, and they belonged to Oscar Rios. We've got Michael Wittenberg, James Kirk, and Mind the Comics. Mind the Comics has just started a new YouTube channel, and I'm going to put a link to his channel in the description bar below. Please go and check him out. He's been doing a few videos of late, and it's well worth going to check him out. And if you like him, subscribe to him, let him know you came from my page and that I've been helping him out, getting his voice out there, and he's more than welcome in our comic book community. So if you want to have your name shouted out in next Wednesday's video, because we're back to normal next week, then subscribe to my channel over the next 7 days. And of course, if you have videos that you regularly upload to here on YouTube, I'll put a link to your channel down there as well. So hit the red subscribe button. Right, let's get to comics. Like I said, there were only 3 actually on my pull list. I picked up 2 that had been out a couple of weeks that I'd missed out on, and I saw them on the shelf, and I thought quickly grab them. And then there was a kind of 50p. He just bought in a new collection, but he said it wasn't very good, which made me wonder why he picked them up in the first place. So I had a quick look through there, hoping to find, you know, Fantastic Four or some Daredevils. Wasn't lucky, really, but there were some bits and bobs in there that I was like, oh, I'm going to grab them if they're only 50p, so I will show them at the end. But new comics, these are in, well, I say they're in no order. 2 from Image. First one is Black Science, Rick Remender's sci-fi tale, issue number 27. Apparently, so I saw him on Twitter, he said that this is going to be a bit of a game changer. There's a big reveal here. We've currently been set in this universe where his boss has taken over the pillar, and he's using it for nefarious means, and he's built this big huge company, and is basically, you know, trying to get Grant to make more of them so he can build a bigger and bigger empire. Very interesting storyline. Interesting to see what this game changer is. Welcome return to Kurt Busiek's The Autumn Lands, finally back after a bit of a hiatus, issue 14. I know they were playing around with these kind of godlike characters who may or may not have some connection to our human warrior here, but I've really enjoyed this kind of anthropomorphic fantasy story with a bit of kind of sci-fi in there as well. They have been kind of predominantly, the story has been on our kind of main 2 characters, the dog character and our future kind of Commandy-esque warrior. And I would actually quite like to know what's going on and what's happening with the rest of the animal human characters that fell from the sky. Let's see what's going on with them. Hopefully Kurt has got some stories lined up for them in the near future. Finally, for the new stuff, it's issue number 10 of Moon Knight, which starts off a new storyline. What was it called? Death and Birth. And this is kind of, I guess, I presume it's the culmination of Jeff Lemire's story, where he's been playing off the whole dysfunctional split personality of Moon Knight. He's kind of put to rest a lot of his split personalities like Jake Lockley and Mark Spector and Steve Grant and all those, and now he's up against kind of Khonshu. So very, very excited to start reading more of that and seeing where Jeff Lemire is going to take this story. I don't know. See, this is where I waste my money. I don't know why I'm picking this up. I've not really been incredibly enjoying this story. The artwork is very nice, but it just seems to be a bit of a cash-in on the original series. But we've got Mark Millar's Dark Knight 3, The Master Race. This is book 7 of 8, so I was kind of like, well, there's only 2 more to go. I might as well finish the set, but I've got to get out of that mindset. I didn't know this was coming out, which is why I missed it, but I'm glad he had an issue of this left on the shelf, and that was Richard Corbin's Shadows of the Grave. Love me some Richard Corbin. And I didn't even look inside. I just picked it up and put it on the pile of comics for me to buy, and having no idea that it was kind of like this black and white art style, and the paper stock is kind of like the old newspaper print, which surprised me, especially given it is a $3.99 book. And yes, it feels like there's more pages in here, and maybe that's why the price is. And again, it's why I don't buy many Dark Horse, because they are pricey. But still, it's Richard Corbin. Richard Corbin's fantastic. So those were my new books that I picked up. Like I said, I looked through a 50p box. I didn't really get much, but picked up some bits to fill in some gaps and just some stuff that interested me. Grant Morrison back in 2005 did his 7 Soldiers run. And I've got now I've got this, which is the Manhattan Guardian number 3. I finished all but one of the kind of satellite comics that went with this series. There was Frankenstein, there was Mr. Miracle, there was Zatanna, there was Clarion, and there was another one, I can't remember, it was probably the Manhattan Guardian. But that finishes that set, and I've got all the rest, and the only one that I can't find until now was Bulleteer, and I did manage to find issue number 3 and issue number 4, so I only need issue 1 and 2 to finish that whole run off now. Picked up an odd Daredevil that I didn't have, which was 278. Day of Vengeance, issue number 3. I think I just need one more of these to complete the set. I love anything that's got the Spectre in. This was leading up to Infinite Crisis. The Spectre was trying to get rid of all magic in the DC universe at the time. Talking about DC and the kind of mystical, occulty kind of characters, Deadman, whenever I find any Deadman comics knocking around, I will pick them up. This was from 2002, Steve Vance and Sean McManus. I think I've got a few of these kind of odds and ends, but like I say, if I see them, I'll pick them up. And finally, with a little bit of a Fantastic Four theme, it's the official handbook of the Marvel Universe of Fantastic Four. So that was all my comics. Thank you all for watching. Sorry for the whinge at the start. I just really don't know what I'm doing anymore. But please help me out. Give me some ideas. Give me inspiration. Until next time, give this video a thumbs up, please. Hit the subscribe button if you're new here, and in the comment section down below, let's have a chat, let's have a conversation, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.